So within Rguroo, I left-click on Analytics, left-click on Analysis, come down and left-click on Goodness of Fit. That will bring up a dialog box that we can enter our data into. I want to go ahead and enter the data directly. So I'm going to come down to this plus sign, left-click on that 4 times to give myself 4 rows in this particular data entry. Double-click on the label here. The first label I'm going to put in is for the racial group being white. So white. I tab to go over to the observed count. This will be the number of jurors from this county that were in the random sample and are white. So there were 205. And then the next null probability is going to be the percentage of registered voters in that county, which we saw from the table in our problem statement was 72% or 72 hundredths. I then go ahead and tab over to label 2. This one will be for black jurors, of which there were 26 in this county in the random sample. Oh my goodness, can't type a 6 in. There we go. And then there are a percentage of 7% of the county that are black in this case. So I put that in as my percentage. Next we have Hispanic. And then there were 25 jurors that were Hispanic in the sample. And then there are 12% or 12 hundredths of the county that are Hispanic. And then next we put in other. And in this case, we have 19 jurors that were other, and 9% of those were comprised the racial groups in that particular county. Okay, that's it. Now I come down here under test, left click on that to select chi-square, uncheck the graph box. Significance level is at 5%. We're going to leave that as is because we were not told the significance level, so it's always assumed to be 5% otherwise. And let's preview that. Okay, and here we see the information provided for the expected counts that we will use for constructing our table of observed counts and expected counts in our written work for this problem under the prepare step. So I want to close our time looking at how to use Rguroo to perform a goodness of fit test by pointing out that this is called the data summary and diagnostics table that I'm going to get the expected counts from, and then later in the presentation I will refer to the chi-square goodness of fit test table, which shows the observed test statistic, the chi-square value, degrees of freedom, and the p or probability value that I will refer to later on in the presentation.